So here we are now to the unfun stuff.
That's right. The stuff.
Let's just do the work early. Hit the like, pause, hit the pause, hit the pause, and go somewhere else. You'll thank me later.
Just have a drink. Anything.
Probably a few.
Do some mushrooms.
Now, if you're like my daughter-in-law who used to watch this in the morning,
yeah,
you maybe don't want to drink. Do it anyway.
Drive to work. Yeah,
just do it anyway. It's just honest. We're better half. If you're
simpler.
tipsy, we're funnier.
Yeah.
So anyway, like, subscribe, and follow. There's the word I was searching for. Follow. Like, subscribe, follow. That's good for the algorithms. If you have a question, comment, conundrum, or snark, you can either leave it where you found us, or you can send it off an email. By the way, if you're going to do an email thing, and you're going to criticize the show, please give us inventive snarks.
Good ones.
Yeah, not dumb ones. Cause
I like the guy who showed up with orders of magnitude. I think that was hilarious.
See?
That was one of the best things I ever.
Exactly.
He was, and he was so funny afterwards when we made fun of him.
TITR at netradio.network. TITR at. That's a little A with a circle around it. Yeah. Netradio dot, that's really just a period. Network. That's really just a network.
This is true, really news with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
Shut up. I could hear you.
So, before I get going, Chris says hi.
Oh, hi, Chris. Is this Chris your brother? No relation?
Yeah.
How is he?
He's been doing pretty good.
Some of the home?
Taking
his meds?
He and the doc have been getting along pretty well, and he's been
real doctor or the
real doctor.
Okay.
Real doctors in this, moron's case. So what's nice is
I don't mean to be morbid, but Combs funerals are a hoot. Go ahead.
Certainly can be.
No, that's down by Marshall.
Can be. Shut up. Anyway, he's been sleeping better, so he's in a better mood when I call him now.
See, and I haven't. That's why I'm in a better mood.
There we go.
You're easier to take if I'm kind of half asleep.
From interestingfacts.com.
I'm sorry. When I'm half asleep, I also lose all in and just babble. So I'm sorry.
Big
try
shot.
not to do that.
Kangaroos.
It's hard sometimes because
are one of several biologically unique creatures endemic to Australia. One of the most unusual traits is that their long hind feet and muscular tails prevent them from being able to walk backwards. Except with great difficulty. I think a tow truck's involved. In fact, kangaroos can't even really walk forward like other animals. Instead, they ambulate using a hopping motion, right? They call it saltation, in which their hind feet touch the ground synchronously instead of alternating one at a time. They also use their long tails to balance and propel themselves forward, almost like a third hind leg. Hind leg. Oh, there we go.
So it's like a kangaroo's kickstand.
Yes. This physiological composition makes it effectively impossible for kangaroos to walk or hop backward, as their tails are far too heavy and cumbersome to allow for easy reverse navigation.
Of course they are.
When they do want to move backward, they do what you and I would do.
Hire someone to do it for us?
They hop around and then go forward.
That might be interesting to see.
Much like their marsupial mates, emus, another endemic Australian creature, also struggle to walk backwards. Now, while these large flightless birds are capable of sprinting at speeds of up to 31 miles per hour, they can only do so.
Is it sprinting if you're hopping?
Facing forward. Well, the bird is not hopping. Emus are not hopping. They run.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're bipedal.
Emus.
Yeah.
Limu the emu.
It's believed that their knee joints, in addition to their long legs and unusual body shape,
are they connected to the? They're not connected to the ankle bone right out of there, are they?
I have no idea.
That would be odd.
It prevents them from moving quickly in reverse. Given this shared difficulty in backing up, it's worth noting
Welcome to my life.
that both the kangaroo and the emu also share the distinction of appearing on Australia's Commonwealth coat of arms. Are you ready for the thinking behind this? I know it's a long way to go to get here, but according to the country's Department of the Prime Minister and Cabinet, the animals were chosen to symbolize a country that's always moving forward rather than backward. Them Australians, they're a wily bunch.
Well, when you're on a old penal colony, you got time to think.
Exactly.
Too much time to. Did you know, by the way, out of pure coincidence, this week somebody showed me a map of the United States.
Okay.
If you would like to own a kangaroo and not go through all the legal hassles, you can do that in Wisconsin, West Virginia, South Carolina. You can own a kangaroo without a permit.
I saw that map.
However, you would need a permit if you want to own a kangaroo in Washington, Idaho, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Illinois, well, duh, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, should surprise me, doesn't, and, Maryland, really? No.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Maine. Okay. I think in Chicago, you actually have to get a permit to think about getting a kangaroo.
But you can't have a gun.
Right.
Not even for hunting kangaroo. Which is why the crime rate is so low in Chicago.
That's right.
No, it's not. A pair of ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. Remember these?
Yes.
Click the heel and no place.
Only
like
by
home.
anecdote.
And then she ended up back in Kansas anyways. I can't imagine why you'd want to do that.
I ended up in Kansas twice.
And she was back to black and white. I mean, at least there was color in Oz. I mean, come on.
I liked that.
The ruby slippers that Judy wore in The Wizard of Oz is on the auction block. 20 years after, almost 20 years after a thief swiped them. Online bidding has begun. Will continue through December 7th.
1941. A day that shall live in infamy.
Guys are weird. Where was I now? Oh, yeah, you can bid through August the 7th. Michael Shaw is putting them up. He's the guy that's owned them since whenever.
Did he wear them?
Well, no, he loaned them to the Judy Garland Museum in Grand of the Rapids, Minnesota.
Yep.
Where it's illegal to own a kangaroo.
That's true.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you were in Ghent.
I wonder how
Bolus,
illegal it is to teach him to hop backwards, too.
You can't.
Why?
Tail. Yeah. Suppose if they're on a hill, the tail keeps him from...
Wow. It keeps falling on his nose.
If you owned him in like Minnesota, man, you'd have to wrap the tail with some studs or something so in the ice he doesn't slip backwards. Where was I now? Michael Shaw is putting this up for sale. He's owned them since 1939, the year of the beloved musical.
Hang on, we got to put his winter tail on.
And then he loaned it to the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids when the inevitable happened.
And they got stolen.
He loaned it to them in 2005, and that very summer, someone decided, hey, if I smash this display case, I can steal the slippers.
Oh, didn't they have any of those anti-theft devices there, like the beams going back and forth and up and down?
Rapids, Minnesota.
Didn't they have a lock on the door?
The museum, by the way, is one of those buying for the slippers, which were one of several pairs. They had made, of which only 4 remain.
Okay.
Grand Rapids raised the money at their Judy Garland Festival. The man who swiped, swiped, and otherwise evaded all that high-tech glass.
He purloined.
76-year-old Terry John Martin.
Oh, good Lord.
Was sentenced in January to time served because of poor health. Well, he's old and poorly. He admitted to using a hammer to smash the glass of the museum's door and display case. Hey, see?
He has never watched Mission Impossible.
Always thinking.
There he goes.
One tool for
every job.
Yeah. Of course, everything looks like a nail, but hey. His attorney said it was an attempt.
What happens if your wife has a cold?
Good luck. His attorney said as it was an attempt to pull off, quote, one last score after an old associate with connections to the mob told her that those shoes are worth $1 million in insurance money. They aren't. Oh, I forgot I left something out.
Okay.
The mobster told him they were insured for $1 million because those were real jewels on the shoes.
Oh my God. Dear Lord and Butter.
Yep.
Oh.
You can also, by the way, if you check out wherever they're doing this auction on the web,
Yep.
you can pick up Margaret Hamilton's Wicked Witch of the West hat.
Oh.
And the ever popular screen door from Dorothy's home in Kansas.
Oh, won't that be fun? I can use it to stop the tornado.
Well, yeah, it works so well in the movie.
That was a movie. It was written that way.
I worry about you.
From Apple News via
No, I do really.
From Apple News via Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool. A fountain of feces higher than an 18-story apartment building erupted in Moscow the other day. This is a poop storm.
Something like that.
Footage circulating on Russian Telegram channels shows a geyser of sewage.
Telegram channels?
Yeah, it's like their X.
Got it.
A geyser of sewage shot up from an underground pipeline in the Novaya Moskva district in the capital. A bang was heard before the stream gushed into the air, reaching up to 180 feet.
That's a lot of gushing.
Contaminated water and debris are seen dousing nearby buildings and a car park for several minutes.
I think after I had food poisoning, I could probably match that. But hey,
that right. It's just all those cars got spackled.
Worst off, then all those cars had to be cleaned.
According to Gazprom, Russia's state-owned natural gas producer.
It's just so wrong.
A new section of the gas pipeline was being cleaned out.
With shit?
With what? Fireworks. We used a cannon.
The potato gun was so.
We had to representatives of the conglomerate stressed that the situation is under control.
They're a low power, you know that,
not.
right?
Yeah, except that they're not. They are the most inept boobs. Local authorities
but they make very pretty girls.
Yes, they do.
And the ugliest men on the planet.
Local authorities are reportedly working to contain the damage and minimize. I
almost said much like Wisconsin, but that'd be rude.
The health risks to the area's residents. So they said, hey, quit talking about it so much. Everybody's going to want one.
Yeah. Wait, we're talking about it?
Yeah, we're talking
about
I'll bet we can get away with talking shite about it.
Can we? Or Scheisse?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Absolutely. I think we can do it.
Because no one speaks German.
Or Scottish or English or whatever.
Much of anything.
Nobody really speaks anymore.
On Blue Bloods, they had this British guy over trying to catch a crook in New York.
Yeah.
And Danny Reagan talks to him for about a minute, and he looks at him and goes, "We gave you such a beautiful language. A shame you don't use it."
Well,
we missed it.
Missed what?
Of course, we missed all the long lines, too.
I'm good with that.
We did not have a chance to visit McCamey Manor in Summertown, Tennessee.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Thank you for asking. It's an immersive horror experience personalized to each guest and involves a 6-hour-long tour, which is 3 hours longer than Gilligan.
Right?
People magazine reported that guests are required to sign a, count them, because they did, 40-page waiver and must be over 21. In addition, they may have to complete a sports physical. Sir?
That 21 number?
Yeah.
Is that age or IQ?
Uh-huh. Sure is. In addition, they may have to complete a sports physical and hang on. And provide proof of maybe I'm a cat. It's like a
you're an idiot.
They also have to provide proof of medical insurance before arriving. It's one of those, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Navy veteran and owner Russ McCamey said, "We're known for not quitting and no safe word." I don't know what that means. So let me...
Oh, he said the safe word.
For those of us who are stupid, McCamey said, You could have hair chopped off, dentistry could be done, might even have a tooth extracted, which I think is so much blather.
Well, I hope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going. Well, I'm not going anyway because I don't care.
McCamey was arrested, by the way, in the summer, in July, for second-degree attempted murder, rape, and domestic violence after an incident with his girlfriend. But the charges were dropped in September. Well, I'd be scared to death, too.
What, did he give her teeth back? So
McCamey Manor came up and got you through the Halloween season. We are, not only we are a stupid, sick, and demented people.
Yes.
But we're consistent.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.